Hi, welcome to today's Vinyasa flow. For today's practice, you don't need any props, just some space to move. And we're going to start in a child's pose. So if you want to make your way, knees to the mat, toes behind you, hips reaching as far back as works for you. And know if this doesn't feel comfortable in your body, you're always welcome to take an easy seat. We'll start here by inching the fingertips forward, creating a little space along the side body. Then bring your hands to the right, bringing your torso with you. Left hand stacks on top of right. Keep that left hip inching back. Reach through the left fingertips. Breathe in and out. Walk your hands back to center, and then other side. Right hand stacks on top of left this time. Right hip inches back. Right fingertips reach forward. Breath in and out. Come back to center. Then press yourself up to a tabletop position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. On an inhale, drop your belly, lift your tailbone, look up. Exhale, round your spine, press away from the mat. Inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts. Exhale, round the spine. Give yourself a few more rounds here, working at your pace of breath. You can add in any other movement like side stretches here or some more time in child's pose if that felt really good to start your practice. Giving yourself a few more rounds of breath of whatever movement feels right for you. Then come back to a neutral spine. Pause here. On an inhale, reach your right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, bring right hand under left shoulder. Right shoulder comes to the mat, maybe even right ear to the mat. You can keep that left hand planted, or some bodies prefer left hand behind the low back like a little yogi chicken wing. Here for just a moment. Then left hand plants if it was lifted. Right arm comes back up. Right hand back to the mat. Other side, inhale, sweep left arm up. Exhale, left hand under that shoulder. Left ear can come to the mat. Right hand can stay planted, can come to low back, or you can even reach it forward. I forgot to mention on the other side. A lot of options. You're here for just a moment. Then come back to center, right hand under shoulder, left hand under shoulder. On an inhale, drop your belly, lift your tailbone, look up. Exhale, round the spine. Return to neutral. Walk your hands forward about a handprint, tuck your toes, then lift your hips for downward facing dog. Can pedal out the dog here. Press into your fingertips. Maybe admire all the dog hair that's accumulated on your yoga mat. My goodness, how does that happen? Give yourself one more moment. Then take your feet wider towards the edges or even off the mat and begin to walk your hands back towards the back of the mat. Hanging here for a moment. Inhale, come to a half lift. Exhale, fold. Heel toe the feet under your hips. And then nice and slow roll up. Imagining you're stacking the vertebrae on top of each other. Shoulders come up towards the ears and then slide them down the back. On an inhale, reach up, palms press together. Exhale, side stretch to the right, hips to the left. Inhale, pass through center. Exhale, other side, hips to the right, fingers to the left. Another round, inhale to center, side stretch to the right. Inhale to center, side stretch to the left. Inhale to the center, pause, engage the glutes, then elbows pull down for cactus. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, walk your hands forward, coming back to a downward facing dog, finding your base here. Inhale, sweep right leg to the sky, little core work. Exhale, bring right knee towards right elbow. Inhale, long. Exhale, bring right knee towards left elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose around the spine. Inhale, back to three-legged dog. Exhale, foot to the mat. Breathe in and out. Inhale, sweep left leg to the sky. Exhale, bring left knee to left elbow. Inhale, back long. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine. Inhale, extend. Exhale, foot back to the mat. Breathe in and out. Soften the knees, really bringing a generous bend here. Take as many steps as you can, making your way to the top of the mat. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Hang heavy. Inhale, half lift, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana or upward salute, reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, you can look up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold, working with the breath. Inhale, half lift, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, root through your feet, reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, shoulders towards hip height. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank position. Inhale in plank, press away from the mat. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Untuck your toes, hands back by hips. Inhale, lift for locust, squeeze the back body. Exhale, back to the mat. Hands under shoulders. Inhale, press up to your plank, toes or knees. Exhale, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath here. Notice if all your weight is pressing into the heels of your hands. See if you can press into your other knuckles, your finger pads, releasing a little of that stress on the wrists. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, shoulders hip height. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Root through your feet, reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, you can look up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank position, toes or knees. Inhale, press away from the mat. Exhale, lower for the mat or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog, heart pulls forward. Exhale, meet back in downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath here. You can pedal out the dog, hold it in stillness, or take a drink, take a moment in tabletop, whatever you're looking for. Next, inhale, sweep right leg towards the sky. Exhale, warrior 1, right foot between the hands. Back foot comes in and out at 45 degrees. Arms frame the face. Pause here for a moment, pressing into the blade edge and heel of that back foot. Then bring hands back down to the mat. Step back to plank position. Inhale and plank on toes or knees. Exhale, lower halfway down or to the mat. Inhale, up dog or cobra, heart pulls forward. Exhale, meet back in downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep left leg to the sky. Exhale, step left foot between the hands, back foot in and out at 45 degrees. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Press into the heel and blade edge of the back foot. Hands back to the mat. Step back to plank position. Inhale in plank. Exhale, chaturanga or the mat. Inhale, up dog, cobra or locust. Exhale, we'll meet back in down dog. Breathe in and out. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, hang heavy. Inhale, chair, hips sink down, fingertips lift. Exhale, sit a little lower. Inhale, pour the weight into the heels. Then exhale, press into the heels, hands to heart. Breathe in and out. Now opening to the left side, take your left foot, step it back about 3-4-ish feet. So you're in a nice wide stance. Arms open up, heart pulls forward for star. Take up as much space as you can. Then when you're ready, wide leg forward fold. Let everything hang heavy here. Right hand plants under nose. It can be flat or in a fist. Left arm opens to the sky. Next breath, left hand plants under the nose. Right arm opens to the sky. Keep going with these rotates here at the pace that feels right for you. Know that if you want to skip these and let your upper body hang heavy here, taking opposite hand to opposite elbow, that's also a beautiful option and can feel really good in the low back if it's a little tight. Just explore, find what works for you. If you are taking those rotates, pause when you feel even on both sides. Meeting in center, letting that head hang heavy. Inhale, come to a half lift, shoulders towards hip height. Exhale, fold, release. Now bend into your right knee towards the back of the mat, side lunge. Come back to center, then bend into the right knee towards the top of the mat. Sorry, other side. Then back to center. Bend into the left knee. Bend into the right. You can keep your upper body lowered here as you pulse between these two shapes. If you'd prefer, you can go all the way into Skandasana if that's in your practice, hip a little lower, or you can stay lifted here if that feels better for your chest. No right or wrong, working at the pace that's right for you. Embracing all the pops and cracks that come with it. Evening out on both sides. Then we'll meet in center when you're ready. Head hangs heavy. Breathe in and out. Inhale, half lift, engage the back body. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, lift all the way up, star. Take up as much space as you can. Then hands to heart. Step back to the top of the mat, Tadasana. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, hinge at the hips. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank position, toes or knees. Inhale, press away from the mat. Exhale, lower for the mat or chaturanga. Inhale for locust, cobra, or up dog. Exhale, we'll meet back in a downward facing dog. Pressing into both hands equally. Inhale, sweep right leg to the sky. Exhale, step it between the hands, back foot parallel to the short edge of the mat. Arm shoulder height, Virabhadrasana 2 or Warrior 2. Soft gaze over the front fingertips. On an inhale, palms flip up, lift the arms, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend the front knee, press down. Inhale, lift and extend. Exhale, press and bend. Keep working with your pace of breath. Gaze can follow that front hand if it feels fun, or you can keep the gaze neutral. Wherever works for you. We'll pause next time you're in Warrior 2, front knee bent. Cartwheel the hands to the mat, low lunge. Left hand stays planted, right arm lifts. A bit of a rotation here. Right hand back to the mat. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep left leg to the sky. Exhale, step it between your hands. Warrior two on the other side. Right foot parallel to the short edge of the mat. Get your base here, pressing into the blade edges of both feet. Inhale, palms flip up, straighten the front leg, extend. Exhale, press down. Inhale, lift and extend. Exhale, press and bend. Keep working with your pace of breath, keeping those arms and shoulders nice and strong. So not a real flowy movement here, but strong, almost like you're pushing through something thick, like what? Not like syrup. Pause next time you're in warrior two. Cartwheel the hands to the mat, low lunge. Right hand stays planted, left arm lifts. Left hand back down. Step back to downward facing dog. Breathe in and out. Inhale, sweep right leg to the sky. Exhale, step it between your hands, crescent, all the toes point forward. Inhale, arms come up to frame the face. Exhale, right arm back, left forward. So embracing a twist here. You can stay right here, or right hand comes to back thigh. Left arm overhead, revolved warrior. Pause here for a moment. When you're ready, arms open back up. Inhale, hands come to frame the face. Exhale, hands to heart, pour the weight forward. Inhale, warrior three. Back toes might be a kickstand on the mat, or they can extend long behind you. Open your arms by your hips, airplane arms, palms face down. Open the chest here, squeezing the shoulder blades. Then bend into the front knee, return to crescent. Hands to the mat. Step back to plank position. Inhale in plank, puff up the back of the heart. Exhale, chaturanga or the mat. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale, meet back in down dog. Breathe in and out. Inhale, sweep left leg to the sky. Exhale, step it between your hands. Crescent, all the toes point forward. Arms frame the face. Then left hand reaches back, right forward. You can stay here. This is great and challenging. Or left hand to back thigh. Right arm overhead. Embrace whatever shape you're in. Open back up if you took that shape. Inhale, arms come to frame the face. Exhale, hands to heart. Pour the weight forward. Inhale, warrior three. Back toes point down towards the mat no matter how high they hover. Arms open for airplane. Squeezing the triceps and the shoulder blades to open the chest. Next breath, bend into your front knee, back to crescent. Hands to the mat, low lunge. Step back to plank position. Inhale in plank. Exhale, connecting vinyasa if you want it, or you can skip it and meet us back in downward facing dog. However you get there, absolutely lovely. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, hang heavy. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, root through your feet, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold at the hips, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, crown of the head presses forward. Exhale, plant your hands, step just your left foot back, warrior two, back foot parallel to short edge of the mat, arms at shoulder height. Find your base, press into the blade edges of both feet. Inhale, right palm flips up, reach forward. Exhale, reverse warrior, right arm overhead. Inhale, extended side angle, left arm overhead. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg, reverse triangle, right arm overhead, left arm down the back leg. Next breath, bend into your front knee, warrior two. Inhale, pivot to the ball of the back foot, crescent. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pour your weight forward, warrior three. Crown of the head reaches forward. You can keep hands at the heart, or maybe you extend them forward this time. Embracing a little balance challenge. We'll come out of this shape by lifting the upper body. Left knee hugs into the chest. Then left foot to the mat, hands to heart. Breathe in and out. Inhale, arms reach up. You can look up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Plant the hands, step just your right foot back. Warrior two, back foot parallel to the short edge of the mat. Nice wide base here, strong shoulders. Inhale, left palm flips up, reach forward. Exhale, reverse warrior, left arm overhead. Inhale, extended side angle, right arm overhead. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg, left arm overhead, reverse triangle. Next breath, bend into the front knee, back to warrior two. Pivoting the hips forward, coming to the ball of that back foot. Hands come to heart. Pour the weight forward. Warrior three. Back toes point down towards the mat. Hands can stay here or reach them forward. Wobble and wiggle as you need to. One more moment. Then lift the upper body out of the shape. Right knee hugs into the chest. Right foot to the mat, hands to heart. Breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Inhale, arms reach up. You can look up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step right back to down dog. Hips towards the sky, heels toward the mat. Preparing for some floor work here. Inhale, sweep right leg towards the sky. Exhale, bring right knee towards right wrist. Then lay that right shin down on the mat. Back knee lowers, toe untucks. You might pause here for pigeon, or you can fold into it a little deeper, bringing forearms to the mat. Some bodies can lie flat here, wherever you choose to be. Handful of breaths, encouraging your inhales and exhales to slow down. Know that in some bodies, this shape feels easy and like rest, and you could live here for years. Others, this might feel pretty intense, or you could be anywhere in between. Just trusting whatever experience you have. But know if you feel pain or pinching, you can always come out of the shape, taking a seated figure four instead. Give yourself one more breath right where you are. Then lifting the upper body out of the fold if you were folded. Gonna bring right hip towards the mat. Opening up to Janu Shashasana. Right sole of the foot to the inner thigh. Left leg extends, sit up tall. Then fold forward, rounding over that extended leg. Hang heavy here. Not concerning ourselves with reaching as far forward as possible. More so letting the heart be heavy towards that left thigh. Right knee stays heavy towards the floor. 2 cycles of breath here. When that's complete, lift your upper body out of the fold, bringing your right hand behind your right hip. Lift the hips for stargazer. Hips press forward. Pause here for a moment. Then bring hips back to the floor. Left leg wraps around right. Seated twist. Right hand can wrap around that bent knee. Now, if this just isn't working in the body, extend your right leg long. That can open up a little more space. Wherever you are, try to find a tall spine. Look back toward your left shoulder just as far as feels good. Giving yourself a full breath here. When you're ready, hands come towards the top of the mat, so by that front foot, and then unwind back to a downward facing dog. Doesn't have to be the most graceful way to get there. We'll meet there with both feet on the floor, both hands pressing into the mat. Then inhale, sweep left leg to the sky. Exhale, bring left knee towards left wrist. Lay the shin down on the mat. Back knee lowers, toe untucks. And again, you can stay here. You can fold into your version of the shape. And if that doesn't feel good, seated figure 4, great hip opening, little less pressure. Lean into what feels right for you. If you're not sure, explore. You can always change your mind. It's your practice. You get to do what feels right for you. If you hear some soft dog snores off camera, Teton is napping just out of frame. Give yourself 2 more rounds of breath here. When you're ready, press your hands into the mat, lifting the upper body out of the fold. This time, left hip comes down towards the floor, opening to Janu Shasana on this side. Flip around so I can see you. Right leg extends long. Sit up tall, then fold forward over that extended leg. Nose points towards the knee. You might have a slight tuck of the chin towards the chest. Hips stay heavy, anchored towards the floor. Upper body rounds as far as feels good for you. Give yourself another cycle of breath here. Then lift the upper body out of the fold. Left hand plants behind that left hip. Left knee into the floor. Lift the hips, stargazer. Always makes me laugh. I've never looked at the stars like this, but it sounds fun, you know. Next time you're ready, hips back to the floor. Keep the left knee bent. Right leg wraps around it or extend that left leg. Find the twist that's right for you. Right hand behind you. Look back towards the right shoulder, just as far as feels good in the left side of the neck. Breathe in and out. When you're ready, unwind, hands come back to the top of the mat. Making your way back to a downward facing dog. Then knees to the mat for tabletop. Untuck your toes and sit back on your heels for Heroes Virasana. Here for just a breath, a little compression. Then swipe the heels out from under your seat, letting the legs come in front of you. Make our way to our back body. Slowly lowering down to a reclined position. Soles of the feet press into the mat, knees point up towards the sky. Then hug your knees into your chest. You might stay right here. This feels really good in some bodies. It's a nice neutral spine pose. Or you can bring your hands inside of the shins. Knees hang heavy to either side of the body. Toes or balls of the feet touch, reclined child's pose. Or if happy baby's in your practice, hands can come to the blade edges of the feet, the heels or the shins, really whatever's accessible for your proportions, the length of your arms and legs. And allow yourself to add in any movement in these shapes. Maybe rocking side to side feels good. Maybe you shift between a few of the shapes. Or if you're ready to just embrace stillness where you are, go for it. No right or wrong. listening to what feels right for your body, reminding ourselves the more we practice it, the easier it becomes to listen to our body. Now, it's definitely a learned skill, so give yourself some grace. When you're ready, knees can begin to hug back into the chest. And keep your right leg hugged in as left leg extends long. Right knee towards the right shoulder. Then guide the right knee towards the left side of your body. Right arm opens up to a T or a cactus shape. Adjusting the low body however you need to soften into the twist. Breathe in and out. Giving yourself a few moments here. When your next inhale rolls around, you can use that to guide yourself back to center. Both knees hug in for a moment, then right leg extends long. Left knee towards that left shoulder, a little pressure. Then guide left knee to the right side of your body. Recline supine twist on this side. Left arm opens to a T or a cactus shape. Give yourself a few moments here, adjusting to find some softness in the twist. Next inhale, come back to center. Both knees hug into the chest, tight yogi hug. Everything squeezes together, forehead towards knees, face scrunches, hug tight. Then extend into Shavasana, letting your legs extend long, arms hang heavy, eyebrows slide away from each other, tongue releases from the roof of the mouth, reminding ourselves that this pose is just as important as any other shape we took today, and I'll let you know when it's time to come out. Body can remain still. If it feels good and is available, you are more than welcome to stay in this place of rest. If it's time to close out your practice, start deepening your inhales and exhales. Add in whatever gentle movement intuitively feels right to wake up your body. Might wiggle fingers and toes or rock your head side to side. And taking as much time and moving as slowly as feels right for you. Make your way to a fetal position on either side, or bring soles of the feet to the mat if that feels better, before pressing yourself up to any comfortable seated position. Eyes can stay soft or closed, feeling into some gratitude. You showed up today and honored your body with movement and with rest, allowing that importance to sink in. We'll close with a collective breath, can exhale to prepare. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, draw your hands back to heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Thank you for being part of this rad community, and I hope you have a really wonderful rest of your day.